That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Are we live? We live?
No.
No?
What's it say it there?
It says 54 seconds.
It says live, so that means we're live.
Oh, what's going on?
We're
Welcome to it's been a long time since we've done a Fishing Friday live.
It's been a minute for
So
sure.
welcome back, folks. We're all in the studio tonight. Trey stepped out for a second because he's soaking a bunch of flukes and some dye, and it's eating his
Tim?
Ziploc bag up. And we got Nick in here as well from Drop Zone Tackle and Soba. So be a good little. We'll talk some fishing tonight.
There's Trey
There he is. There
lurking
he
in,
is.
messing up our camera shot. Generally not being productive.
Creeper.
He just likes to hang out in parking lots and talk to men.
I like to party.
Anyway, make sure you head over to onecastfishing.com. Use code the OneCast checkout. Grab all your OneCast fishing gear. From there, go to the link we always post for Hobie Eyewear. Grab your floating frame Hobies. Make sure you check out Uncle Terry. Get licensed NC Reels here in Central North Carolina. Carpenter T at HPW.com, and then you can go download the Deep Dive app on whatever app store you mess around on. Make sure you sign up for that. It'll help you break down bodies of water. And last but not least, if you listen to our episode today, holy cow, he held it up right, even though it's backwards for everybody watching. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that, brother. We are super excited to welcome Waymire Industries, Waymire Distribution. Do you just cover my face with that? As partners with the show.
Go get your little repair thing.
Waymire has
Your hub.
all of the boat trailer needs that you may need. Trey, what's the best lure for? We'll talk about in a second. Anyway, Waymire has all the boat trailer or any other type of trailer you may have around the house. Stuff you may need to repair, replace, fix, whatever that may be. So make sure you give them a call, 1-800-434-4824. Talk to one of their customer service reps. Let them know the OneCast sent you, and they'll get you whatever you may need for your trailer. I urge you to get a backup emergency kit. And when you call to order that, tell them you want the OneCast emergency trailer kit. I'm trying to get it coined.
So
I'm working with Waymire to get it coined.
Trey's going to go grab something right now. So, you know, we've all been in this situation. A lot of time we've all had blown tires. You change your tire. For the more unfortunate among us, your wheels or your hubs will catch on fire.
Yeah, my dad.
So, you know, that can be a complete pain trying to handle that going on the side of the road. So what they make is this, what do they call it? It's just like,
Well, his is different. He doesn't have a spindle hub, so he's got a traditional hub.
but they've got them for both.
So whatever type of hub you have, make sure you call them, tell them the trailer you have, send them a picture. They may ask for a picture or two, and they're going to send you exactly what you need. So if you go down on the side of the road, you will have everything.
Basically,
repair that and get back on the road.
Basically, it lets you just pop that whole hub assembly off, and
Well,
not the wheel, but
again, it
the,
depends on the type of hub you have. Some of them just pop off. Some of them are a little bit more difficult.
Either
But,
way, it's a quick.
Either
fix.
way, they'll get you what you need to get fixed as quickly as possible. Yeah. So it just depends on the type of hub you have, type of trailer, but they can get you rigged up. So give Waymire Distribution, Waymire Industries a call, 1-800-434-4824. Let them know that we sent you. And yeah, we got Ben here, Nick here in the studio. Ben's in the studio too. We're all in the studio. It's a little bit weird. What's up, Tim? Tim, appreciate the happy anniversary. It is my anniversary, and here I am with these jokers. So make sure you all send my wife a message and tell her she's a saint or an angel, whatever.
Hey, so speaking of your wife, congratulations, Chelsea, for catching a limit
That's right.
Yeah.
She had a great
Yeah.
tournament.
Mhm.
and cold. So, you know, Pete, did she bring you home anything the other day?
Yeah, she brought me one of them donuts.
Did,
so. Ate that.
I
joker.
want to take some credit for that because she texted me earlier in the week. I'm watching all your videos from Lake Tillery from like 5 or 6 years ago with flipping crickets. I
Yeah.
was like, well,
Yeah, she
That's
asked
all,
me
but
some stuff from a few times we had fished there, but
I was like, docks or water willow.
yeah,
Fished that
it
water
ended
willow.
up being a wacky rig on docks and in front of the water willow. So
well, it doesn't help that it's really low.
she also fished on a day when we had a like almost 30-degree temperature swing and it rained for the first time in 942 days. So
Yep.
like everything possible going against, but she figured it out. I was super proud, man,
Yeah.
to put something together on that. She fishes against a bunch of really good anglers in the area and held her own, finished mid pack. So
And Tiller's still super clear.
it is.
I mean,
It's-
super clear.
Yeah,
I'm talking like
I'm sure with it
last
being
week,
low.
which is
yeah,
kind of weird. For
like 4 or
Tillery.
5 feet. You can
Really?
see. Oh yeah.
Tiller is usually pretty clean
Yeah.
comparatively.
Mm.
All the times I've fished it, you've had 3 foot of visibility or so. Especially since they stopped spraying all of the grass in there and they let some of the hydrilla and stuff. I think it helped filter
Well,
it quite a bit.
That's good, but it's never as clear as Baden.
Oh, I never fished bait, so I don't know.
Oh, Baden's my nemesis.
So
I don't think I've ever caught a keeper of Baden.
Really?
our buddy
I
Ben,
fished it like a dozen times.
Core Sound Rods Ben, keep an eye out for collaboration there, maybe. Core Sound Rods Ben, Core Sound Ben wants to know, Trey, what's the best lure for catching redfish this time of year?
Well, first of all, you need a nice specialized core sound rod paired perfectly with a Z-Man swim bait. Either I don't know what kind it is. All I know is it's a Z-Man. You can also rig it with an underspin too, and seemed to be the juice last year. So I'm going to say that paired with either 30 or 50 pound braid of your choice. I like to use Cortland braid directly to that deal. And you want a good spinning reel paired with that combination so you can let those redfish run because they absolutely run. And then you never know, you're going to catch a bluefish here and there. You might catch I thought I had a shark. It's definitely no shark. But I'm going to say a Z-Man swim bait for our good buddy Ben there.
If you shoot the redfish with a shotgun, it can't run like that.
That's
Oh,
true. That's
very
true.
And it will also
Mhm.
upset all the saltwater guys.
It will.
So do not
It
do
will.
that. No, I'm just kidding. Redfish are a ton of
Or
fun
do
to
it.
catch
Or do
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
No,
I
and-
caught one a day.
I mean,
in the slot. Yeah.
we didn't get on it, but like I know top water for redfish, like popping corks and like spooks and stuff like that. They're really good too. But man, that swim bait,
A fluke. is
everything
also very
sounded good until you said 50 pound braid. My bad.
Hey, what pound is it? 30?
It's 30.
Man, it's got to
probably
be 30.
30 pound
Yeah.
braid.
I will snap 30 pound braid in the hook set. So
Well, you don't have to even set the
65.
hook.
Yeah.
They just set it for
I'm
them.
setting it. What's the point in fishing if you don't have to set the hook?
I mean, you're gonna
That's half the
you're
fun.
gonna,
It's the
you're gonna
fight.
set the hook on a fairy wand.
Ben
Like-
said 20. I set the hook on
Ooh,
a 20.
20.
You do it all the time.
All right, well, I'll meet you in the middle. 25.
And then Tim Triani wants to know, what is the biggest eye opener fishing the opens against that competition and
I
against
suck.
that competition?
No.
Happy Friday, Chip.
What's going on, Jeff?
No, man, that's a great question. Actually, if you listen to our recorded episodes, the one that dropped yesterday, I talked a little bit about that. But to me, there's a lot. Majority of the field are out there to go on to bigger and better things, right? So that means their level of like dedication, motivation, the time they put in on the water. It doesn't compare. Like you guys think I fish a lot, dude. I don't fish a lot compared to those guys.
No.
Those guys are on the water probably 364 out of 65 days a year. They might take Christmas off. You know what I mean? And they have like goals and aspirations that are far beyond what I even thought of. Mine was just like, I just want to go fish the opens. Theirs is like, I have no other option than to fish the Bassmaster Elite Series, right? And that's different for the jackpotters, of course, that local knowledge and stuff, that's different. But the guys that are fishing both,
The guys
both
fishing
division,
the EQs.
yeah, the guys that are shooting for the EQs to qualify for the elites, like one, their level of commitment to fishing as a team is stellar, right? That means they got a circle of guys that they absolutely trust, and they're on the water and they're sharing information. It's legal. They can do it, all of that. And they're just dialed in. They're always on fish. And so, I mean, that's, man, you fishing against the best, man. It really is. It's cool.
How's it been? Because these are the longest tournaments you've ever fished,
Mhm.
right? You got all your practice time and you fish 3 days or
Yep.
2 days. Well,
It's
2
3 days.
2 days if you make 3 if you
Yeah.
make the cut.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
So how's that been trying to going from like the local kind of regional level to that level, managing fish, managing spots, managing boat draw,
yeah.
all that sort of stuff?
So if I actually caught a limit in any of those tournaments, I could probably answer the managed fish thing. No, that's a great question too. I think one of the things that I have been doing is creating too many options and not really going back to like the basics of once you find fish, like don't leave them, slow down. And that whole like put your hand in your pocket and eat a sandwich method, you know, like really is hard to do, especially when you're racing against the clock. Like that clock is the biggest pressure that you'll ever see. And like, there's been so many times I wanted to get on Bass Track on my phone and be like, who's catching them? Right. You know what I mean? But like, you can't do that, of course. So I would say like, creating too many options on the lake, making the lake way too big, or having too many patterns that really don't, and then just like not looking around at the like I'm really bad about that. Like I don't do that, and I should do that, but like not looking at the competition, not studying the competition, right? Like when I'm running around the lake, I'm not really too much paying attention to what everyone else is doing. I'm just wanting to do my own thing. And I know a lot of people would be like, you do need to do your own thing and you don't need to try to do what everyone else is doing, but you do need to pay attention.
Yeah.
Right. If you see boats and majority of them are positioned on shoals and you don't look at a shoal, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You should look at a shoal. If you see everyone pointed at the first dock entering into a cove, you should probably focus on those docks or at least investigate what they're doing. So you can do that thing where you're like, I want to get away from everybody and do my own thing. And I know people like that. A lot of times that don't work out.
You still
Right.
do that G2.
Right. Exactly. So, which is totally legal, by the way, as well. So if you're sharking somebody's spot, that's a different story. But if you see majority of the field out there doing something and you're like, oh, it should cross my mind.
I mean, it's the things like we do locally. Like
Yeah.
you go out in your little local lake and you see it, you know, you think you're going to go fish humps offshore and you see everybody on the bank.
Yep.
And you're not catching them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then maybe you got something wrong.
Now,
or
do
vice
you find
versa, right?
yourself with the competition? Do you find yourself rushing more than relying on your gut?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was gonna say, outside looking in, you talked about time. You're always fishing against time, but I think the level of competition in the stage and regardless of how calm you try to remain. I mean, we saw it with the national championship. Like, we're like, it's just another derby. But when you get 100 and some boats and there's a certain different level of pressure that no matter how calm and how many times you go out and do it, it still gets to you. And that clock is ticking even louder in the back of your head, especially if you're not catching them right away or struggling to catch five. It pushes even more. And that's to your point where you've got to learn to shut that clock off. Yeah. And I think that would be the biggest struggle for anybody. I know I would struggle with it. I've done it in local tournaments where that clock starts ticking. You're like, I should be catching them and I'm not. What's wrong with me? And the next thing you know, you're running all over the place.
Start kicking in about 10 o'clock for me. I'd be like, I don't have a fish yet. It's 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock.
I should have learned my lesson after Florida. And I should have taken that and applied that to Eufaula and then applied that to Lake Norman. You know, I didn't have a choice on day one. I did have a choice, but I didn't have a choice, in my opinion, other than to buckle down and just fish, right? Like in one spot, 360 degrees, fish in one spot, or power pull up and drift, power pull back down. On day two of that tournament, like I locked in and I fished and I had the limit's worth of fish. I just lost two of them. Eufaula, I did the exact opposite. I just ran around too much. I didn't buckle down and just fish. And I think one of the things in the back of your mind, and it's subconscious, like when you're got 180 plus boats, you're like, somebody's on my next spot, right? Somebody's catching the fish that I'm supposed to be catching. And so you pick the trolling motor up and you run over there and then you don't catch them. And then you pick the trolling motor up and you run over to the next spot. So either A, they did catch them and you're fishing behind somebody, or you just weren't on the right pattern, or you didn't think about it from that's another thing too. Like timing is very, very important. Like hitting the right stretches in the water. And that's really hard to, at least for me, it's been hard to dial in 3 days worth of practice because you're trying to check so much of the lake and you're not, and I need to stop doing that. Right. That's why Norman, I focus on midsection and then southern section and then midsection again for timing and stuff, but it just didn't pan out. So these boys got it, man. It's like second nature to them. It's like spending 20 years in the Army, mastering your craft. These kids are masters at angling. And I wouldn't say kids, all of them. I mean, there's
and that's what,
guys,
like you said earlier, you know, they're going to be, their goal is to be an elite.
That's right.
That's what they're doing. And time on the water, you cannot, you know, have too much time on there. But at least you're having fun.
Oh, I'm absolutely having a blast. Like I now know what Lake Norman looks like 5 foot low in the month of April and May. I now know what Eufaula looks like under, excessive, like stormy conditions after the fact. I now know what Florida feels like and kind of looks like and fishes like after a massive cold front.
Yeah.
You always hear it, right? Like Florida cold
That
fronts.
sucks.
Oh, dude, it's not good.
No,
But
it's
they
not.
still bite.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like I had to exercise massive amounts of patience
Mhm.
in that because all it took was a degree or two
Yeah.
for the water to warm up. And then those fish, it was like a switch just flipped on. Now, don't get me wrong, guys were catching them offshore. But that's another thing. Like I love to fish offshore. And every single one of these tournaments, I tried to fish shallow. And I'm not saying that you couldn't catch them shallow because you absolutely could. I don't know why I haven't committed to like really.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
offshore
why,
fishing.
why are you not fishing
I don't know.
with your strength?
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
probably because you think spawning. I mean,
Yeah.
all of them were kind of around that.
Yep.
Florida was during around this. If they weren't because
Yep.
of the cold front, like they should still be shallow.
Yep.
Eufaula was right,
Offshore. All,
but it's during.
but
the
they were spawning.
But you would think, that's like, okay, well, it should be a shallow spawning event because of you see some on the beds, you see some moving up, the water temp and all that time of year. Because was that March or April?
For Eufaula.
Yeah, it was March, wasn't it?
It was in
Late March.
It was late March, early April.
Yes. So you would think,
Yeah.
especially with the cold winter, we had okay,
Yeah.
they're going to be on beds, and then they weren't.
Yeah, I think.
And then Norman's is kind of the same way. Like,
Yeah, if I had it all over to do it all over again, like I wouldn't even fool around with like spawning bass. Like, and I always talk about it with Pete when we fish Fishers and Men. Like, it's different in a 1 day tournament to mess around with spawning bass,
Yeah.
but like in a 2 to 3 day tournament, like they're not reliable, and the chances of you getting on that same fish that you found can be slim to none. And also, there's way more fish offshore than there are shallow.
Oh yeah.
all
as
the time.
Johnny
right?
from Fish to Moment used to say, there's always fish offshore.
There's always fish offshore.
Even during the height of the spawn, you can go
Yeah.
catch them on brush pile.
And unless you're like Drew Benton or Drew Cook or some of those other guys that really are dialed in with bed fishing, like the quality of fish offshore in Alabama and at Lake Norman were way better than anything on the bank. And even if a guy blasted them on day one, like Fred Rumbanis, like really shallow at Eufaula, he didn't do it the second
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Right. But the guys that are most consistent find groups of fish offshore, and those are the ones that typically do.
I think that like shallow water spawn bite, the only where it works the best, like it's hard when they're like height of the spawn during practice because those fish are going to be leaving right by the time you get done, especially day one of practice. You
Or
see a
everybody
bunch
finds them.
Yep.
yeah, everyone finds them. It's got to be that perfect scenario where they were moving up during the tournament.
Yep.
And of course, that can happen in Florida because they move in waves in places, but other places aren't necessarily like that. It
Yeah.
takes them a month or two to spawn.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, the Carolinas were weird this year, though. We have to admit. I think some of our lakes were like really weird, but I also
Well, I
never
mean, we-
fished Norman this time.
cold winter, super dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything was low.
Yep.
Still low, I think.
Still low.
Everything's low.
Yep.
River systems, all of it.
Yep.
I mean,
It is. Yeah.
crazy.
What else are we going to talk about?
You want to talk about the SOBA tournament?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So this year's SOBA tournament was May 1st. We had, I think, 18 teams, which was okay for our first one.
Mhm.
Everybody had a blast. Big shout out to Blanton's Heating and Air out of Fayetteville, Will Blanton, and also he's gonna get mad at me, but I'm just gonna call him Mr. Blanton, with Blanton Wash Station, I believe it is. So Blanton's Hair Heating and Air, they were a title sponsorship. They donated the $2,000, and then Mr. Blanton and his wash station was our title sponsor for the big fish. And it just so happened that they won the tournament, but but yeah, no, we had a great time.
It works out for them. They get the tax write off and they get to take it home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like perfect.
Well, actually, another big shout out to them. They actually donated it back.
oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Good for that.
So, but yeah, we had a good time. I believe we had we could have had more, but again, we had the opens were going on.
Mhm.
There's an ABA. that was going on the same weekend and stuff. So, but it was a good first tournament to have at Jordan. This year we're definitely going to have it again next year. Thank you, Hobie Eyewear, for sending some sunglasses out to us for giveaways.
Big fish plaque, Jeff said.
Yep, Jeff and his wife made the big fish plaques, and those are awesome.
Heck yeah.
What else have we had? Waymar, sent us up some stuff for the boat slick stuff from Lucas. And then we had 4-7 Lures sent us a bunch of packs of soft plastics that everybody got them as they registered. But no, we had a great time. Looking forward to next year. Looking forward to Norman this year. But also thank you, Elevate and Big Mike. Big Mike came out and did our weigh in for us. So that was good. But yeah, we had a good time though.
What was this Soba? So for those of you who don't know, Soba runs the annual Mark McCowan charity tournament dedicated each year to a different fallen special operator at Lake Norman, always the Friday before Veterans Day. Was this one at Jordan Lake dedicated to another?
Tony Yost.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, this was dedicated to him. So, and then the organization that we were recognizing was Dancing Angels Foundation, which we've done before at Norman. But we always give the spouse gets to pick what organization helped them out the most or that they want to donate to. So,
yep.
And Dancing Angels Foundation has been a big supporter of us as well. It's a great foundation. They actually just posted another young lady got a scholarship for dance. And that's what they do. So it was a good time. I'll toot my own horn. I did get to fish with Shaw.
That's the next question I wanted to ask, man, because you got to talk about that experience and how much of a wealth of knowledge he is.
So he's probably forgotten more knowledge than I will ever know. It's unbelievable. The way he thinks about things. So we bed fished the whole time. And when I say bed fish, it wasn't even probably half of our beds. We actually couldn't see the fish. And just stuff that he could see. I mean, he was pointing out beds like 5-6 feet in the water.
What?
And I'm like, he's like, you see that right there? That's a bed. I'm like, eh. He's like, no, watch this. So he scans over with scout mode. And sure enough, there's a bed and there's a fish swimming around.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, unbelievable. I mean,
Shaw Grigsby scoping him off the bed.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
So he loves using that, gator hunting.
Yes.
Is a big thing.
He's so good at it.
Oh yeah. And that was a blast too. Got to take the family and I went down to Florida and I got to spend the day with Shaw, me and little man. I say little man, he's 17, but
and taller than you.
No, he's not.
Oh,
he's not.
He's close.
He's an inch and a half shorter, and we'll keep it that way. But no, we got the gator hunt with him, so that was fun. But Shaw comes up every year for our November tournament, and he's been there. Sorry, man.
Need a water?
So sure, I'll take a water.
I'll get one out of the truck in a minute.
But anyways, he comes up every year from Florida. To fish our November tournament. And, he is a great ambassador to the sport. And we're just very appreciative of him taking the time to come up here. He did get on me fishing one bed though.
Uh-oh.
So I threw up there and I was moving it in. He's like, slow. I'm moving. He's like, slow. I'm like, I looked at him like, I'm moving. He's like, you're not moving it slow. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm moving. He's like, no, you're not. So, just had to move a little slower, but no, we had a great time. We probably had, 15 to 20 beds.
Really?
Yep. So, and, just different techniques that he was using that I wouldn't think of, different baits, which I won't say because I'm sworn to secrecy on those.
You'll tell us after the show.
But just things that you wouldn't even think of,
jitterbugs
that he was throwing, and just to be able to pick his mind on you know, what size line he's using, why, why is he moving it that way? And, you know, just different things. It was great to be able to, talk to him all day. Well, for 2 days, we pre-fished the one day. But just to be able to pick his mind and try to absorb in as much as possible.
Yeah.
It was great.
Did you get to use any of your drop zone tackle for bed fishing?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. So I used the our rattle and
rig?
Zika rig. Yep. And it was great. And Shaw even was like, "What are you throwing?" I'm like, "Oh, I hear you."
Let me show you.
Let me show you.
Let me show you this trick.
But yeah, no, it was great because it's great because you can aggravate them with that rig
Mhm.
a lot because you can plop it down and the weight keeps the bait there and it's
Mhm.
freelancing and everything. So I will tell you this though, we went into one pocket and Shaw had to retie and he's like, "Hey, get up front. By the way, if you ever fish with Shaw, he does not want you in the back of the boat.
Oh, really?
He wants you in the front,
Yeah.
right next to him. You just gotta watch your hook sets." But no, we're sitting there and he goes in the back to retie. He's like, "Get up front." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm in this pocket and his he's got a 16-inch.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can see everything with it. And I'm moving around and I know what area we were trying to go to. And I stop. I'm like, "Looks like, yep, that's a bed." So I power pull down and I flip out there and Shaw looks at me. He's like, "What are you power pulled down for?" I'm like, "This right here." 3.5 pounder.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
oh.
that's awesome.
Come to find out, there was another one on there. I'm guessing it was the female because she was twice the size of the one that I caught. We worked on that thing for 40 minutes,
Mm,
different angles, everything. Couldn't get her.
Yeah.
We went over to another bed, caught that one, then went down, caught a couple more, came back the last 30, 40 minutes to try to catch her. She would not bite.
Hmm.
I mean, he's like, "I don't know what else to do."
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So, but I would say there was a shad spawn going on.
Yeah.
A pretty good one by us. The only problem was there was about 40 birds and no bass underneath them.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
And I'm like,
They were
I mean,
spawning.
it was crazy.
Bass
Yeah, exactly.
were spawning.
I've seen that a lot on
Yeah.
Jordan. You have to find the right
Yep.
shad spawn.
So,
Mhm.
They won't all have fish on them.
Oh, it's like
but I mean, they
water.
were
It's like
everywhere, and the
every
birds
lake.
were everywhere. And Shaw's like, there's got to be bass here, but nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't understand this lake."
One thing I found on Jordan is there's a lot of birds. There's usually not any bass.
Yeah. Well,
You want to find where they're spawning and there's no birds. You
Some-
can find a shad
Now,
spawn where there's like
where
one or
that-
two birds.
Where that's not true is Florida. You find the birds.
oh
you
yeah,
find the
they're
fish.
there. Or Norman.
Yeah. I mean, so he didn't talk to you about when you caught that bedfish, like the male, like did he say anything about like, well, maybe you should have shook that one off? No.
Oh no.
It's a 3.5 pounder.
Listen, even in
Yeah.
practice, which we practiced for half a day in an area that we knew we probably weren't going to fish. We just
Just-
wanted to check,
Just,
and we had to get out and push pole.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
and we jacked the fish there. I mean, they were small,
Playing D.
but dude, we jacked them.
The lake's low though,
no,
right?
listen, nobody
Oh,
else was
it's not-
going in there.
Yeah.
But no, he was like, "We got to catch them." Now I will tell you, we fished very fast when we were looking for beds. And if it was one that we didn't think was going to help us, well, let me backtrack. Friday morning, he goes, "Do you want to catch quantity or quality?" And I said, well, quality. He's like, "Yeah, but do you want to catch fish today or do you want to catch 5 big uns?" I said, well, let's go 5 big uns. He's like, "That's the answer I wanted to hear." So we would go by. If we would see like a 2.5,
Just bypass it.
boop, he's like, "Nope,
Oh,
we don't
yeah.
want that one. Nope, don't want that one." I mean, we bypassed probably 30 fish.
Mhm.
He's like,
Love
"Nope,
that.
nope, not that one." And then we get up in
You-
one
You
area.
ever end up with your rod on your back like
Yep.
this?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I
Yeah.
end up like,
Yeah.
We go into one area and we're looking. We get halfway down this stretch, and I'm like, well, there's a bass, and then we look about 4 feet over,
Big female.
and this big old female, no lie, dude, she is sitting on a rock and just bulging out the sides. As soon as she seen us, she swam down.
Oh,
We start throwing stuff just to see if she'll eat something, and nothing. But I'm like, literally, she's, I mean, on the rock, and her, I mean, just
She got Dunlap
bulging out.
disease.
It's a
Oh
BBW.
my goodness. I mean, just unbelievable. I'm
Fickle.
like, I cannot
Yeah.
believe that. But yeah, we ended up in fourth place with 1732, I think it was.
Mhm.
So 22-1. Yeah, Big Fish was 6 something.
Okay.
So that was Kenneth Patterson, I believe, is who got that one.
Mhm.
Jeff was saying he caught 15 pounds off one point that day. He must have landed right on shad spawn.
Yeah. Well, and he also did
There's a lot
so-
of fish offshore. on
So
Jordan
Jeff's
now,
been
too.
fishing the Goodyear tournaments with us
Mhm.
as well. And he's been doing really well. And he caught, I think, all of his fish on probably that same point in Tuesday's tournament.
Yeah.
So
Loaded.
oh yeah. Yep. So we
Jeff dropped the pin.
I won't tell him where you're fishing, Jeff.
After the show.
But
There's only about so many points on Jordan
Yeah.
that hold fish where you can row up and catch 15
But
pounds
me and
off the
Mikey,
same
we-
point.
me and Mikey fished. We got second in the Goodyear tournament. We've had a pretty good 2-3 week period.
Good deal.
Got a first, and then with Shaw got fourth, and then second in Big Fish. So it's been good. Mikey kicked my butt Tuesday. I finally had to switch over to a swim jig because he was just, I mean,
Smoking
whacking.
them.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, what color? What do you throw? Let me see. I'm like, I got one of those. Yeah. But no, it's been a good little season. But yeah, we're very, very appreciative.
Jeff said,
back
yep,
to-
same point, 15 pounds again.
Yep. So, I mean, back to Soba, though, we're very appreciative to everybody that came out. All of our partners, like you guys said, talking about Waymar getting on with you guys, they have been a tremendous partner to Soba. Great group of guys.
Mhm.
Sam's awesome. And then you got Eric. Eric's a good friend, and then Chad. So when you call into Waymar, if Sam's very knowledgeable, Chad is the one that will he knows everything off the top of his head.
Mhm.
It's crazy. So just ask for Chad, but thankful for them, and just for everybody else that came and supported and hung out, and it's for a good cause. And like I said, looking forward to November.
Me too.
We got a pre-registration's already going on. I had a guy call me today
What?
I gotta do that.
and say you're already on there.
Are you registered?
And yeah,
Did I register Trey too this year?
actually Trey's numero uno, I think.
Yeah, number one.
Yeah,
Son of
yeah. So
that feels
know
like
exactly
insider
where I'm
trading.
going.
but actually the first person that
Or you
that
get there, no
registered
prop.
is went to number 7, because of Fuchs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So and really I think
It's at
I think-
8 right now.
David wanted to register like the day after we had the last tournament. Just
So did I. What boat number I get to?
Let me
Should be
solo.
about
Let me
2
sign
or
up
3.
right now.
I'll be
I
up
don't
there. It's fine.
Who are you taking? Pete's dad?
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
Chelsea.
I don't know who I'm taking. I'll figure it out.
Well,
Last time I fished with Mike Johnson.
I'm sure Seth will fish it again.
Oh, he should.
Yeah. Hell definitely
He's
fish.
banned. No,
Yeah.
no pros are allowed to fish out there in Charlotte Grigsby. No, I'm just kidding.
He's not a pro anymore.
Y'all definitely need to come out to that Lake Norman event. Hang on just a minute.
Yeah. Oh, we're about to lose everything.
Rooster! We got a giant,
He's seen him coming.
giant rooster in
Trey
here,
just ran defense.
All right. So,
which means it's a
Uh,
black lab puppy.
Please let us know if our sound doesn't sound good right now. We
Yeah.
just had a dog terrorize our setup.
all right. So yeah, Trey got number 1, Mike Johnson number 2. Let's see here. Kenneth Patterson, he's the one that signed up today. Pete, you and as I have in my phone, Kayak Queen, number 12.
What?
Boat 12.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I can switch. I'll be dead last.
I've always been number one.
Is it this Kenny?
No, that's all good.
Okay. We used to
should-
fish
should
the
be
bass club and
last.
stuff.
Huh?
We should do
Yeah.
last.
I don't want to be last.
Need that.
Although by the time we get there, it'll probably be 17 feet low. So you may
I
be
got
less.
I got no problem being last.
No, I mean, there's a lot of tournaments. That's actually
No.
Well, and
Like-
we're doing flights this year. You know, last year we did 2 flights, and we had, well, just to be honest with you, we had more boats than what we had planned on,
Mhm. It was
which is
awesome.
a good thing. But we're going on a new ramp, weighing in at 2:00 now instead of 3:00.
Oh,
Hate that.
And
No, just kidding.
but you got flights. You got flights. So,
yeah, we'll have flights. I think we'll do like groups of 15
Mhm.
and do it, or groups of 20, depending on how many we have. You know,
Mhm.
I actually kind of want to be last because it's November.
yeah. You want that warmer.
warmer water, yeah.
I don't know. You can still get that first thing school invite in November if you find the right area.
Yeah.
You can.
But no, it'll be
Maybe.
fun.
If there's,
Maybe.
it might be
Maybe.
completely empty. There may be no water in that Joker come November.
Nah.
I got a lot more stuff I can scope this year, so I'm looking forward.
Oh, I'm just throwing a sea urchin all day. It'll be fun.
I no, they're making it no scope.
Oh, you guys making a no scope?
No.
I mean, that's fine, whatever. But I got like 3 live scopes on my trolling motor now. So.
Yeah.
No, just
He
kidding.
does. He's got
No,
7.
you like definitely show up to the SOBA tournament in November, man. It's such a great time, and we get people that come all across the country for that.
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
right from Florida, Michigan, New Jersey. I mean, there's people
Yeah,
that came
Ohio.
from Texas, Ohio, all sorts of people. It's a really good time, and you know, Lake Norman is, in my opinion, is way more fun in the fall, anyways.
Yeah.
you know,
Can
and if
be.
you really want to have fun on Lake Norman, you need to go fish there at nighttime right now. Because that's when it's going down. The lit up docks with the shad spawn going on, and all you need to
Hey,
do.
we should have like a little
Yeah.
night tournament.
We should. It'd be a fun time. It'd be good. I would like to see. They would have to do it, but and I wanted to dive into the elites for a minute. I would love to see a big professional national trail like do a night tournament, right? And everybody's under thermals, you know what I mean, and night vision.
Well, the
That would
cameras
be-
could be on it.
Yeah. the cameras, right? Not the guys, of course, but that would be really, really cool, man. Like, especially on a place like Norman, because they're gonna catch 19, 17.
The
to
only thing
19
is, I
pounds.
think you would have to get rid of scope because that's
yeah, I mean, like,
Because then it's just like, okay, now just going to look in the water. and
Yeah.
it's- No,
Oh,
you-
what's the difference?
now.
well, at nighttime you can't see anything.
But
Yeah.
if you got
that never will. It's just too much liability.
Mike John said, yeah, let's do a night tournament. Night tournaments are fun, man. I've only fished a couple of them in my time, but like they're really fun.
We've
You
had them
got-
at Harris.
Harris is where I fish.
Harris,
Good
yeah.
Goodyear does them at Harris. Yeah.
But yeah, I want to definitely fish if you're in the Carolinas and you're close to Lake Norman, they have the hook setters tournaments. I think that they post them on their Facebook page, like
Yeah.
Monday night tournaments and Tuesday. They have them like almost every
I
night.
remember fishing at night at Harris one time, and it was, you guys probably know where it's at. I don't think the tree's there anymore because of the hurricanes, but like you're going up the lake on the left hand side, like that second or third major creek cove,
Mhm.
about maybe 1 or 2 pockets back. There's like a massive tree that comes out.
Mhm.
I threw a buzz bait up against that thing and a big old 5-pounder just smacked it like at
Oh,
night,
yeah.
like 10 o'clock at night. Just
Yeah.
that was
Give it
was-
about give it
it was
about a few
awesome.
more weeks, man. And night tournaments or
Yeah.
night fishing is gonna be really good. up
Oh
there.
yeah,
The worst part about night fishing
it bugs.
is the mosquitoes.
So I got to figure out. I got to buy and figure out one of those little
Thermal cells.
portable little
Yeah,
mosquito
thermocells
killer things.
Thermal
You just need
cells.
a little thermocell.
Yeah.
It'll take care of it.
Yep.
Or a
but
little
the
bit of wind.
but the elites, if you guys aren't watching the elites tournament on Lake Murray, this is what a lot of guys are trying to get their hands on. The chartreuse fluke style bait. It's not necessarily the Zoom brand, but we were talking earlier, and although Lake Murray is awesome, this is a tough event. This is a tough event for the guys in the Elite Series because
Well, it's fishing like 2 different lakes right now from day 1
Yeah.
to day 2.
it is, and then also
Well,
like
no, it's not. It's day one. It always does that on Murray day 1, day 2,
Flip-flop.
because they flip flop the order. So the top 50 get the 50 points that the herring are on the first day. The bottom 50 get the herring points
Well,
the
I'm
second
going-
day.
I'm talking about weather-wise.
Oh yeah, but they were still
You know,
all over the herring spot.
Downpours
It was still the
and
same
cloudy,
thing.
And then today,
I wouldn't
yeah.
say it's tough. It's whether or not you have a good boat.
It's just
number to
about
get out
boat
there.
draw.
Yeah.
Because 50th that made the cut, you needed 35 pounds.
If you're below 50 on that lake, you are in trouble with the herring spawn.
So that's 17 a day, right? 35,
Mhm.
almost 36 pounds,
Yeah.
almost
Mhm.
18 a day to make the 50 cut.
Yep.
But to be in the top 20, you needed 20 pounds a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like fishing tough in the sense.
It's just the
that
way it fishes.
It's just the way it's fishes. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
got
very limited,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, they had 29 bags over 20 pounds
Mhm.
yesterday.
Yep.
What they have today?
They had a
Oh,
bunch.
No, they had a bunch today.
Did
too.
Yeah, they had a pile. That's why the standings flip flop so much.
But that's a place, just like Pete was talking about, like even though you may kind of suck an egg like the first day because you don't get
Nine of
on
the top 10 had 20 pounds.
you don't get on like a point that the herring spawn's going on, like you may be able to do it
Mhm.
the next day. The only thing about that though is like the leader from the first day, if he rolls into where somebody who's in the bottom 50 is on the same point, is that person
There's
gonna give him the
so the one time that like
courtesy.
unwritten rule exists is like day 2 on a herring spawn.
yeah
Because there's only so many points, and
Right.
you can't
I counted
now
20.
roll into day 3 in that top 50. The guy leading it's been fishing the same area.
Yeah.
That's when you start to see the conflict when
Yeah.
somebody in the bottom suddenly slides in there.
Yeah.
But you just expect, I think, it to flip flop if you're in that top half of the field.
There were, by my count, at least 21 bags over 20 pounds today.
Yeah, I mean, and most of those guys caught those bags in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
No, the one thing about herring is they'll do it all day, especially if you get a little bit of clouds, a little bit of wind. Like, well, even I say that, but Livesey, what was that 2 years ago when he sat on that same point for 4
Yeah.
days and
Yeah.
I kinda
bright
li-
bluebird skies, and they
I
kept
kinda
coming
like
up
that.
and doing
You
it.
power pole up shallow, you just wait.
just wait.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's super fun if you get on one of those. Like we were talking before. I don't think it's a great place to hold an event like this. I mean, it's
I
cool
think
because you get to see guys catch top water and you're seeing a bunch of 20-pound bags, but I don't know. It's not as much skill as it is boat draw, and that just to me takes some of the drama or
Why do you
excitement
think
out
I
of it.
love the Sabine so much?
So do you?
No, and I mean, I
do you have
hate
the
watching the
classic there?
Sabine, but
That's
as an
fun.
angler,
That's
like
fun.
I want every tournament to be the Sabine, and I've told you that. Like as a spectator, I would want every derby exactly like Sabine River. As an angler, that's what I want. Let me go out there and grind the dirt for 5 bites for 7 pounds to have a chance to win, because anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care to watch for it to be a boat race to a point to catch 20. Like it's just not as
yeah, but then
interesting.
some random dude's gonna catch a 5-pounder out of like.
Yeah, but he's got 3 ones to go or 4 ones to go with it. It doesn't do anything because he caught a 5-pounder.
What was?
Well, that's 9 pounds. You're gonna win the tournament
What
with
was
9
Big
pounds.
Fish?
Oh, you mean it's Sabine? Yeah, no, that's what's great. You just got to find one big
Was it
one.
an 8 something? Big fish.
I think there was
7
Today,
Yeah.
it was like 7.
Jordan Lee
6.
caught it
Jordan
at
Lee
7
caught it, yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Murray is a really cool place.
It's a great lake.
and like
And I think opens and stuff would be great there just because with 200 boats.
What about the classic?
The only thing I would say about going, I wouldn't even want to see a classic there
It's too.
unless it was a fall. Like I think if you're going to go there as the Elite Series or BPT or even the Opens or anything, it should be a fall tournament
The classics a little
because
too
it's very
early
different.
because they do it in March, so like they're not spawning heavy yet. Typically,
Yeah, Big Bass is 7-7.
at Murray yet, unless it's just an extremely warm winter and there's no herring spawn or anything going on. So like, it would not be a good classic lake, I don't think.
I don't know. They still catch 25, 30-pound bags
I-
by
They
in early
They
March
do.
of this year, there was a college tournament, and the top 42 boats caught 20+ pound bags.
Yeah.
It's still a great lake to fish that time. Like I think a classic would be awesome. Lesser
Well, you might
field,
be
you're
right.
not there during that time where it's just about a boat race.
You might
So
be
like-
A
right.
lot of those fish are out there pre-spun, starting to move up and do that thing. I think it would be a great
I'm
place to
surprised
hold
they
a
haven't
classic.
done one yet.
I think because it's really well attended by the locals when they do a normal event, and also probably some of it has to do with money.
yeah.
I don't know, not just money, but I don't know that there's a venue there that can support
Well,
the show.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
venue. It's just the problem.
The
Well, they
biggest
do-
thing
they
with
do
them
the
is the
Tennessee.
show.
But like, of course, they got the University of South Carolina there, so like
Mhm.
they got all the venues and stuff.
Yeah. I'd like to
Well,
see
I don't know what they have for convention centers and all that. I don't know what the University of South Carolina has that would let them use that, because that's also during basketball and they've got events and they're not going
Just
to
like
move.
Tennessee.
Yeah, but Tennessee's basketball team didn't have any games because they weren't any good.
Well, neither is South Carolina.
South Carolina's women's
I
team
wanna
was in
see-
the
I wanna
national
see-
championship. So
No one cares about that.
yeah, but they play in the same stadium.
I want to see them bring a classic back to North Carolina. I want to see them go to like High Rock,
High
or
Rock.
something. Or Kerr Lake.
The
It doesn't
problem,
matter.
the biggest problem with like High Rock stuff is they don't have the infrastructure anymore to support what
It would
the
have to-
classics become.
They would have to. I mean,
Kerr would be the only place that
maybe-
maybe still could.
or in Norman for Charlotte, you could do it
Oh,
in
yeah.
Charlotte.
Norman could. Yeah,
Well-
Norman could do it.
High Rock, I guess you could maybe do it in Greensboro.
Man, that'd be a little show.
That's yeah.
I mean, they got a big convention, so you could do
That
it in
convention
Raleigh.
center ain't
Not
that
big.
big.
No.
I've done plenty of shows there. It is not that big of a convention
No.
center. Not classic big.
No.
That's the biggest thing. Like they've the convention and all that has gotten so big with the classic that you almost hamstring yourself to
Raleigh could do it.
like 8 or they
Raleigh
could,
could do
yeah.
it, yeah.
But again, Bass, there's only a couple places where they do that hour, where they'll do that hour between the venue and the lake, and it has to be. I think it has to be somewhere where they know they're going to draw people, and I don't think they know they're going to draw enough people
'Cause
here. They would have to
Fr-
take a
fr-
chance.
From Raleigh, how far is car from Raleigh? It's an hour 15.
That and you would need Wake County to come off of about a milli
Yeah.
to get them to come
Yeah.
here, and I
You'd
don't
also
see
need-
that
You'd
happening.
also need the highways to be shut down too.
Yeah.
because it would take them
That's true.
forever.
I just
going
think,
out.
like I said, infrastructure wise, and all they've with what it's become, they've kind of hamstrung themselves, which is it's cool, but I'm sure they could somehow do it down there at Murray. That
Yeah.
would be cool. Where are they going next year? Back to Hartwell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
So that one's an hour because they hold the convention in Greenville, which is about an hour from Hartwell.
Mhm.
Which is, man, the only thing about that is a vendor, and I can tell you, having worked that one twice, is
Yeah, we're gonna
people
see.
leave super early to go to weigh-in
We're
from the
gonna
show
see.
because they have to drive.
yeah.
They have to drive to get to weigh-in and stuff, and so it's still a great show. I mean, that was between them and Knoxville have been record back and
Mhm.
forth for attendance, so it's well attended. But yeah, Lake Murray, and then they're rolling next week straight to dang Santee. So
Yep.
that'll be a fun one. And then they got 2 weeks off, and then they're
They go
here
to
at the
the tank.
Albemarle Sound on the Pascatank.
Mm.
So some fun fishing coming.
Are you guys
although
gonna go over to the weigh-in
I think we have a derby.
I think we have Fisher's Men tournament.
on
but,
Sunday?
no, it would
No,
be
there's some
Saturday.
reason that I can't.
I know I'm gonna be gone for my family stuff, but
I'm not sure. I mean, if I'm around, I'll go.
Yeah, our championship is Saturday of
Oh,
that.
is it?
So we'll practice. We
Jordan?
have to practice Friday because we only have 1 day of practice this year, and the championship is.
Yeah, so Jeff, we're gonna need that point. We got. I mean, dude, the fishing is awesome right now,
you
man.
go check out Big Fish Ledge.
Yeah, we got Kerr Lake coming up the following weekend.
Next Saturday, yeah.
And just for you guys awareness, like Five Alive is going to be on Kerr tomorrow. And then the following weekend, the Cat Championship 2 days is going to be Friday and Saturday. Fisher's Men will be Saturday there. That lake is absolutely getting pounded, but let me tell you, they're eating.
Still
man.
pumping them out, man.
Still pumping them out. Bass are definitely getting a little bit bigger on Kerr, like you've seen a growth pattern and stuff like that, both in the spotted bass realm and in the largemouth. Actually, it was funny. It wasn't funny, but I posted a picture on Facebook from some of the spots that I caught on Norman, and our good friend Seth Myko, the biologist, he commented, he goes, "Hey, what is that lesion on that spot on that bass?" And I was like, "I don't know, but a lot of them had it. So I don't know if they're going to do some investigation into what's going on." I thought it was just maybe post spawn, but it actually kind of looks like a funky like bacteria or something that's growing on those.
Probably
fish.
damage from people boat flipping them.
It could be. He thought it was like live well scars and stuff like that, but like
Could be,
those fish, they weren't in my live well. They were. I don't know.
No,
if they were
who
never
knows
when I
who's
was-
live
right.
while they've been in with everything going on.
Yeah.
Because that's another lake that's got a tournament every day of the week.
I got you, Jeff. No problemo.
He didn't say
But
what
yeah.
lake.
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't care.
Jeff, go
Yeah,
back
first
and
time.
research Bassmaster Classic on the Albemarle Sound. I don't know if Bass will ever come back to North Carolina that time of year for a classic because they about killed the entire field the one time they tried to do that here.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the old, I think that there's an interview out there with, I think it was Jimmy Hughes or something.
broke a lot
He
of
was like,
boats.
"I'm never
Yeah.
coming back here again." Yeah, I think that time of year the weather over there is just we get too many blow days, and it would be
Yep.
it wouldn't be as good. I mean, it'd be cool, but again, there's another place where do you hold a classic expo? There ain't nothing in Plymouth.
No.
There's nothing in nothing in Edenton.
Listen, a bunch of crime.
Yeah, like there's nothing except for at the Sportsman. There's like a protective bubble at the
Yeah.
Sportsman.
There
Yeah,
is. I
Sportsman
think
is
there's
a
a
great place to
dome over
stay.
that. Like it's like another episode.
You go right down the road, crackheads everywhere. But
Yep.
the Sportsman Inn, nice and protected. You can back your boat right up to your room.
Yep.
And there's a
Um,
Dollar General right across the street now.
Yeah, Pizza Hut and a Dollar General right there
Where at?
in Plymouth,
Plymouth.
North
Yeah.
Carolina.
You guys ever stayed at a Hosky?
We have to.
Oh yeah, I
our
stayed at the
championship-
Indian
Yes.
At a
the
Hosky.
Indian
Oh,
Run or
at
Mohawk Inn or
at the-
something.
The show on, yeah.
So when we go there,
One night, I'll never do that again. I'll stay at the Sportsman and drive the 40 minutes.
you want to make sure.
Well,
that you
before I
have,
stayed at Roanoke
you know,
Rapids and drove.
something on you, and then we usually we've in the past have had the police officers make sure they come
patrol.
through patrol quite often while
Yeah.
we're there, or we
Yeah.
take shifts. One night we
Just stay at the Sportsman,
do
drive the
fi- you-
45
Mikey,
Fire guard.
Mikey and you did 50%
Oh
security.
yeah,
Just stay at the Sportsman, drive the 45
Yeah.
minutes, and then you ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry about it.
It's cheap, man. It's like $75 a night or whatever. We'll see if it's still the same.
It is.
But dude, we talked about like the classic coming to North Carolina. You know who really could come to North Carolina outside the BPT is the MPFL championship.
Mhm.
Like they have
They need
Yeah.
to.
because they don't do
Tomahawk Inn. Yep, that's it, Jeff.
they don't do what like the classic and Red Crest do. They don't have like an expo and all that stuff. It's all about the anglers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see an MPFL championship come to North Carolina at some point in time, but I really hope they do. And I hope they come to a place like Falls Lake in like March timeframe or you know Jordan in February, March timeframe and stuff like that. But you know,
Catch some big
any of
old
our
bags.
lakes, really, you know, Gaston, same thing, man. Like it'd be really cool to see like a big national trail, besides like the opens and stuff, which have come to Kerr Lake.
And
stuff.
BPT.
Yeah, they just had back-to-back BFLs on Kerr Lake. I think it didn't take much to win either. It took a Kerr Lake big bag
They had an open
to
on
win there.
Bugs a couple years ago, right?
They did.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Yep. They had no, that wasn't the one you ran with Destin, was
Mhm.
it? No, there was one after that, wasn't there?
No, I don't think so.
No, that was the
Was
year.
that the one that Milliken fished it?
Yeah, that Milliken and Trey McKinney, all
They,
that fish.
so
that
they
year.
had one in Norman several years ago.
Yeah, because I talked to Milliken at
that
the
was
angler
probably-
meeting. Check in.
That was
whatever it
20.
was.
When I go down to Florida, I blow my engine. 21. So 21, I think they had one in Norman.
Mhm.
And I think they had one at Bugs maybe
Yeah.
a year or two later.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we got the infrastructure to host some of those things. Maybe not the big expos, but it would be nice, man. But yeah, anyways, if you're gonna go to a blueback herring fishery, and it doesn't have to be chartreuse, but get yourself a big fluke, man. And if you've never fished these before, the way that they're doing it in the elites down there, like a lot of them are using exposed hook. You can put like a 4 or 5 op flipping hook in this, or you can rig it with like a regular what's that thing called?
A screw lock?
A screw lock with either a weighted or unweighted. You can put lead around it and then literally just burn this thing
Tomorrow,
as
when you
fast as
go up,
can.
do you have any of the 5-inch stingers and the sunfish?
I do. Yep.
Cut the tail off
Just
because it's got that
Yeah.
chartreuse in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, just
So-
burn it and kill it.
So Jake
Burn it and
Whitaker
kill it.
was nose hooking those.
oh really?
That's how he was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's several different ways to do it.
A lot of the guys used to know nose hook them. Now they've gone to the hook, the exposed hook,
and
just
just
they hook more fish
yeah.
than they did with the nose hook if they don't eat it all the way. And that was,
Well, I mean, he was exposing it.
and then they've always only thrown white forever, and then all of a sudden this year everybody's throwing chartreuse. Like,
Chartreuse or pink.
White's white, pink, chartreuse. I mean, but they'll bite one better than the other, or they won't.
I
They'll
think
just bite
Cobb
them
was
all.
throwing bait fish today.
some of them
Yeah.
are still throwing white and stuff, but a lot of guys throwing the chartreuse, which I haven't seen in years past. I'm sure these fish are getting somewhat educated and they're just trying to do
Well,
something
so
a little bit
we were
different.
talking before this, like years ago when I did that video on like the bass color blindness, like white and chartreuse looks almost the same to a bass.
Mhm.
It's just very slightly different.
Yep. And maybe
Um,
that's the edge it gives. So that
yeah,
slight
so
difference,
it's-
right?
Maybe.
like to them, it's very similar. So
And then I think it boils down to confidence too. Like,
yeah,
you know, you
Oh,
got
yeah.
guys that are like very much bubblegum colored toads on the back of their buzz bait.
Mhm.
Mikey, right? Loves to throw that stuff. And so it boils down to confidence. I will tell you that I think there's a bite difference between throwing a bubblegum floating worm and a metholite floating worm on certain fisheries.
Just depends on the lake.
I think like water clarity
Water
has
clarity makes a
has
big difference.
has a lot to do with it,
Yeah.
right? So, but yeah, we'll see how that one works out on some of our fisheries. We don't have a lot of herring fisheries here, so
yeah.
yeah,
For me, methylate, the cleaner the water is, dirtier it is the bubble gum.
the bubble
Seems
gum.
to work
donkey
better.
rig that thing.
Yeah, the good old donkey reel. If you guys have never done that before, like Anthony Gagliardi won on Lake Murray with a donkey rig back in the day with FLW. I don't know if
That's
it
when
was
I
the
learned how
Force
to
Wood-
throw it. It was
that-
like 2015.
Yeah,
16,
it was-
17,
yeah.
like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you what, I've thrown that thing a number of times on Sharon Harris just for schooling bass, like going after regular threadfin shad and gizzards and stuff. And it absolutely works. Like it is a fun bite. The biggest thing is you just got to make sure that your leader line doesn't come too close down to your other bait, right? It's got to there's got to be like a 3-inch standoff. And then that way, like when you're dragging it through, those things will crisscross naturally like that. So you got to use a swivel and stuff. But it's a really fun way to.
I donkey
fish.
rigged a Carolina rig one time.
Oh, did you? You had two lizards
guess
out there,
what?
2
I
worms.
pulled up to this ledge at Jordan and I caught a fish on a jig or a crankbait or something. I was like, okay, they're here. I threw that donkey rig out there. I tell you what, I caught a fish right away on it. But the problem is that thing just got too tangled up. I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
putting this thing down. That's too much of a pain to work with. But hey, it worked down there.
If you think
because
it can catch a fish, try
that
it.
big 10-inch worm was just following that little like fluke down there.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah. Well, that's like front runners, man. You guys ever
Mhm.
thrown a front
Mhm.
runner before?
Yep.
Like I don't throw them,
No,
but
but they work.
I've seen guys throw them with pop R's and stuff, especially on certain lakes. And I'll tell you what, I watched him eat it right in front of me. I was standing on a dock watching this guy fishing. I was like, what you got on there? He goes, a front runner. I was like, so that looks like a fish chasing another fish? And he goes, yep. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick, dude. And then boom, I'm like, no way did that just happen. I'm like, do they ever eat the front runner? He goes, yep. I'm like, so you can get front runners with hooks on them, I guess,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think he had a hook on that one.
you just have
so.
to be careful with the rules in your tournament. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, I don't think the Opens and Bassmaster
No.
allows a donkey rig.
No, you
Mhm.
can't.
You can
And
only
I'm
have
trying
one
not to
tide,
throw
one hook point.
things that aren't allowed because I don't want it to accidentally be in my boat the next time I go to an
Yeah.
event. But like an A rig, man, like everyone thinks like an A rig such a great bait in like cold water. Dude, you can fish an A rig all year long,
Mhm.
Oh, 100%.
especially when they're schooling.
Yep.
If you want to catch a limit real quick, that's a good way to
Yeah.
do it. I've watched a guy on Gaston catch 4 at one
The
time.
biggest reason it doesn't work so well the warmer the water gets because they've been looking at it for 5 months.
Right. Exactly.
Once-
Uneducated.
Once they get uneducated over the summer,
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
they're like, "Oh, look at that thing!"
Once it gets July and August, they're like, well, we haven't seen this thing in 6 months.
That's
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So it works. I mean, heck, I caught a bunch of fish on the Alabama rig in Florida in 3 feet of water over top of
Mhm.
eelgrass.
Yeah.
Dude, I,
I mean,
didn't
just
realize
like-
how much of a Florida thing that was until Mike Johns talked about it. We got to give Mike Johns a huge shout out, man. He weighed a limit in day 2, the Opens at Norman, man, and the way he was fishing was crazy, like 18 foot of water with a whack, and like letting it sink for like 40 seconds
With no live scope.
with no scope, right? And he got his 5 on day 2.
I do that with a
Um,
Ned rig as well.
Oh, dude,
Oh, Ned rig 1/8 ounce
Oh, yeah.
brush piles.
yeah,
15, 18 foot. I remember taking my neighbor out. You guys have met him. I think Jerry. He's been to the show.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
my neighbor. We went out on Jordan one day and because he doesn't fish offshore. This is like probably 4 or 5 years ago. And we're fishing close to Big Fish Ledge,
Mhm.
but that big long stretch there, and there's some brush piles. And I was like, well, I'm looking on Live Scope, I'm gonna catch one right here. And I threw that 1/8 ounce net in, and this brush pile, this was actually more just standing timber, not really a brush pile, and like 15 foot. It just fluttered down, 4.5 pounder. Like, how
yeah.
did you do that? That Ned rig is not a bank bait.
yeah.
You
It's
could use it.
it's a sleeper bait for
Yeah.
sure, dude. I throw that on a BFS rod, like the One Cast Fishing weedless Ned, but it's so it's pain. Well, the 530 seconds is the biggest one that you have.
No, I got a 1/4 ounce.
Oh, do you?
16's 1/4 ounce.
Okay, yeah, that one's not as bad. But when you throw those little ones, it's like
So that 1/8 ounce, like one of the best days I ever had. I've told this, but like when I caught that 25 pounds on my little lake in January,
Yeah.
literally, I was just tossing that 1/8 ounce net out with little turd or baby goat, and it was falling 20 foot to the bottom to the brush on the bottom. I just had to watch it, but then they would just come out and smack it, and it was just like, well, that's what they
I'll
want.
tell you, I will have a net
can't-
rig tied on for Lake Erie.
Oh yeah,
That's for
you
sure.
can't.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard to do it one that light, and I think when the one that light, because it just kind of sinks down. It's just something a little bit different, and then dropping to the bottom.
Mm.
It's almost impossible to do if you have any wind. Like if it's
Yeah.
a slick, calm day, or like it's a great time to pick it up.
Yeah.
But if you got a bunch of wind, you have to go heavier, and it's just.
I wonder if you could split shot rig.
I've done it on a
the
drop
Ned
shot.
rig. Split shot rig the Ned rig.
On a drop shot,
So it fall a little faster.
Yeah,
because
not on a drop shot, but split shot it.
Well, you
right?
could, yeah.
Yeah,
But
basically free rig your Ned rig. You,
You
know what
could,
I
yeah.
mean? You could put Nick's rattling.
I think that would defeat the purpose of why it works, though, because I think it's that slow fall
Yeah.
that is the reason why they're eating it, not
'Cause-
necessarily the bait size or
Because
anything.
I've done it with make it my weight for the drop shot, and I've caught fish on both.
Oh
the
yeah,
Ned
you made your.
and the drop shot.
Yeah.
and that's not legal in some tournaments and
Yeah.
stuff because you can only have one hook unless it's a bait made with multiple. But like you put a
I always thought about
3/16 ounce,
Yeah.
even
Use
a
it
quarter
for-
ounce Ned on the bottom, especially the weedless Neds, guys, the one cast weedless Neds, because you expose your plastic, so you're not getting hung up as much.
Yep.
Now if they're on the bottom,
You
them
got
on
a
the bottom.
turd on the bottom and you got a dangly up top. You could throw 2 turds. I mean, that turd on a drop shot
You
is
can throw whatever you want.
deadly. It's deadly.
You can throw a little like stinger, a little swim bait on the net or on the drop shot. You can mix, worms on both. I mean, play around with it.
Yeah.
Usually when I do it, it's not super often. I usually use 2 different plastics, soft plastics, just because
Offset
well,
it.
which one do they want?
Yeah,
yeah, figure
yeah.
it out.
Almost put the stinger on the drop shot as it's falling, as it's like chasing a turd,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. But anyways, so we got Soba just wrapped up
Yep.
on Jordan Lake. You guys had a great event. Going to get a bigger turnout next year for sure, but it
Yeah.
was a good icebreaker. Shaw, thank you so much for showing up for that. We unfortunately couldn't fish it. Where were we?
Well, you were at the
You're at the
open.
open, and
Oh yeah, I would have much rather not fish the opens than that.
we actually talked
Um,
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff said he needs a partner for Goodyear tournament.
Yeah, there you go. He
I
said
might,
that.
I might need to do that
So the next one is
'Cause my-
the 19th, I believe.
of June,
No,
of May.
May. Maybe
Well,
it's
I'll
not the 19th.
I'll have to look
It's at
at-
Baden Lake though. It's at Baden.
That's my nemesis.
Look at
I
your
need to go with
nemesis.
somebody.
There
I
you
don't.
go.
I won't have my boat
Jeff
back
just
yet.
invited you.
I won't have my boat back fully done by them. But I've never actually fish baited that time of year. Every time we've gone has been like
Jeff's
July
got a
and
boat.
August.
Jeff's got the boat
Yeah, I
Jeff's
know.
got a boat.
It's riding the
He's
back.
riding. He's running.
and the dog.
Was it? What's
Nitro.
Jeff running?
He's got
Nitro?
Nitro.
Yeah.
Nitro,
Yep.
yeah.
I just ride in the back and cast and catch fish.
Yeah.
Man, and they scream too. You got a Z20, Jeff? If he's still on here, I don't know.
It's getting close to flutter spoon time. I'm baiting.
It's already flutter spoon sign somewhere
Norman.
else. Yeah,
I remember one
Just ask
tournament we had.
Corbin.
I'm gonna, dude. I have the flutter spoon sitting there. I'm putting them in the boat.
So apparently I
100%.
baited on the west side. I say west side. What the side they don't have boat docks.
Yeah,
Apparently there's like a big old drain or something there,
Mhm.
and you can use those big old Magnum spoons and
Yeah.
just slam.
There's
in
also
summertime.
a World War II airplane allegedly or something.
No, there is.
Well, yeah, it's like
There-
100 feet deep though.
Yeah.
It's like way down there. But
I'd
yeah,
like to catch that thing. You know, there's probably a lady
take
of the
my
lake
drone
there
down
too.
there, my
Yeah.
underwater drone, and
It's
go
gonna
find
kill
it.
you.
Yeah,
It'll
but
be fine.
Jeff's got a Z19. That thing's even faster.
Oh, that thing is.
Yeah, those things scream, dude. So Soba just wrapped up. We just wrapped up the opens at Norman. The elites are crushing it right now. Day 2 wrapped up at Lake Murray. Check out the next Sober tournament in November. What other tournaments do we have? At charity tournaments that we know.
Are they
None?
doing the Special Olympics one? Do you know? If your guy,
I haven't heard anything
You
about
should-
that.
we need to hit him up and see because that was a ton of fun last year too. But hopefully, if that one's coming, we'll let you all know. That was a fun tournament. Did it on Harris last
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Trey and I went out there and caught 16 and almost
Let me
17
ask.
pounds.
Let me ask Don at church
We still got a
because it
gold
was his
coin.
cousin. Yeah.
We still got the gold.
We got
No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully the Special Olympics isn't the same time. But we have the MPFL
Yep.
Military Classic that's happening at Douglas Lake in Tennessee. I'm looking forward to that one. That's
That'll
a
be
no
fun.
forward facing
You guys
sonar
going,
event.
right? Peter, you going?
Mhm.
You're not gonna go help support nothing like that. No. Okay. Well, Soba guys will be there,
At
I'm
the,
saving vacation
at the
time. I
MPFL
gotta-
Military Classic. Okay,
I mean,
cool.
unless Soba needs me to come help. And then,
and I mean, I'm going to help.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
when
man.
is it again? I don't know. I'll look
It's
at
like
my
September
20th,
20th
maybe.
through the
20th.
25th.
phone.
something like that, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll
Yeah.
ride over there.
So we'll have 3 days, 2 or 3 days of
We
practice.
can go out there and jack everybody's fit, Pete.
Yeah.
Wolfson Children's Hospital charity on St. John's next weekend. Dude,
Ooh,
I'm telling you, Mike Johns, if we did not have a fisherman tournament next weekend, train, I would load up and come down and fish that. That would be super fun.
Dude, I'm telling you, we need to go down to Florida. Mike was talking about the night tournaments that they have on the St. Johns River. They're really, really cool. It's like winner takes all, $3,000. But
And I can fist fight a manatee.
that's right. You could ride one. You know what I mean?
I am riding a manatee,
But we talked about
allegedly.
Or is she riding?
308 boats. Good gracious.
Never
dude.
mind. I don't want to fish that anymore. That's too many boats.
Hey,
No,
but
I'm
it's
just
St.
kidding.
John's River.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
We could get some juice.
All
from
right.
Mike. But hey guys, check out Special Operations Bass Anglers. Check out FX3 Inc. Combating veteran suicide across the country. Also check out all those partners and our new partner, Waymeyer Distribution out of Indianapolis, Indiana. 1-800-434-4824. They got all your boat trailer needs. Thank you guys for joining us on this Fishing Friday Live and helping us continue to grow a culture of anglers helping anglers.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.